Welcome inside the studio. My name's Mosteller, and you are listening to ZmoSports. This podcast is dedicated to everything sports, where we'll go over real sports conversations, honest analysis, breaking things down the way that fans actually want to talk about them. No forced hot takes, no chasing trends, just informed opinions, game breakdowns, and respect for the work that goes into the actual sport. I am joined today by Ryan Huebner, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, brother. It's been a long time coming. I'm happy to be here. Happy to get ripping some sports like the old days.
Yes, sir. So Ryan and I grew up together. He was the starting center for our high school team and the starting tight end, correctly? / wide receiver. Kind of a little bit of a mix of both.
Receiver,
You name it.
linebacker,
Yes.
whatever. We weren't very good.
Yes, obviously we were. But our sectional team won, so in basketball,
Right.
which was cool.
Yes, sir. Trace Jackson Davis in regionals had to guard him, so that was glorious, getting posterized. But you know what? He's in the league, so we'll take that as a win.
Well, yeah, there's a reason he's in the league. So, dude, did you guys get absolutely smacked by the winter storm?
Yes, dude, crushed. Like that's the most snow I've seen in Southern Indiana in a long time. I feel like you
Yeah.
got even more ice, didn't you?
Dude, we got pounded with ice.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 inches, maybe a little over 2 inches. But dude, we lost power. We were scheduled to do a show last week.
Yeah.
And we lost power from Sunday all the way through Thursday.
Jeez.
So we were out for a minute.
What were you running on? I mean, did you go somewhere else or just make it
Yeah,
happen?
we went to a friend's house. She let us stay there.
That's good.
So, but God, man, we came back to our house and it was like below 30, probably 30. Yeah, it was horrible.
Dude. And well, it's not getting any better outside, so the snow that's been cleared off the road is just sitting there, and then it
Yeah.
melts for like 2 hours and freezes over again. and-
Yeah. Yeah, our walkway to get to our cars, there's no sunlight. It doesn't get any sunlight unless it's the summer. So it's just straight ice.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's pretty crazy, dude. Okay, so we got a lot to go over. I didn't get a chance to go and talk about the AFC and NFC Championship, so we're gonna highlight those a little bit.
Yep.
We'll talk about the preview for Super Bowl 60, and then we'll talk about one of your favorite sports, UFC.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Two
I'm
two
excited
great
to talk
cards
about
to
that.
start the year,
Do
man.
what?
2 great cards to start the year, man. I came
Yeah.
out firing on the Paramount Plus deal, so, Dana's gotta be happy so far.
Yeah, I'm liking the Paramount Plus deal. I don't have to pay $120 to watch the game.
Yeah, you don't have to find that Russian link, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they took down what was it called? The one that everybody goes to watch every single game.
Talking about what, the Stream East?
Stream East,
Yeah,
yes.
that was the OG, man, and you
Yeah.
got some other ones that I won't divulge on here, but you got some other ones that you could get to, you know what I mean?
I'll have you send me those. Okay, let's go down the AFC and NFC Championship games since we didn't get to talk about them. But what a crazy game in the AFC to early window. Stidham came out absolutely hot. Threw a deep ball past Christian Gonzalez. They scored. Momentum was definitely shifting in that direction. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. We had the blizzard that came in. We had a lot of missed field goals. Nobody was just moving the ball down the field. There was a lot of hot takes on whether the game should have stopped. Should they put AFC and NFC championship games indoors? Obviously, we could talk about a lot with just this game alone, but I want to hear your thoughts on how you portrayed the game.
I mean, definitely kind of hitting it what you hit at, like, first game comes out, I mean, dude, I'm thinking Jared Stidham revenge game, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, give me some of those vibes. He comes out, looks a little rocky on drive 1, you know what I'm saying? Gets taken down out of bounds, throwing it, have to punt, and then comes in and, like you said, dude, throws a beauty, to your boy who beat it was Mims, wasn't it? Who
Yeah, it
beat
was Mims.
Gonzalez down the side, dude, and just
Yeah.
I mean, dot right down, gets the touchdown. You're thinking like, okay, here, you know what I'm saying? They're here. And
Yeah.
then from that point on, it was really just a defensive battle. Even before the weather started, to be honest, it was you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It was heavily defensive, which you could see going into that game. You know, what I mean, obviously Drake May, one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year, but you still are dealing with a top 5, top 3 defense in the league with Denver,
Yeah.
and then dealing with the Patriots, who were especially under Mike Vrabel, are going to have a defense that's good. That just is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it got to a point where in the second half, you're like, all right, the conditions are definitely causing some issues, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, that's football. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
has to deal with that. I hate to see it, put a dark hue on the game, like there was something wrong. But like, I mean, that's what football is, dude. You got to fight through that
Right.
stuff. Well, whatever team comes out of it comes out of it. So, I mean, heck of a performance by New England. I mean, gutsy performance by Denver. But I think the better team won, to be honest.
Yeah. You talked about the dark hue, and I feel like we've seen that all of the postseason for New England was, week one, it was the offensive line of the Chargers, put an asterisk by that game. Week two, it was CJ Stroud and how he fucking sucked.
Dude,
Put an asterisk by that game, and now they put an asterisk on this game because of Stidham and the weather. It's just like, dude, you can't get a break from all of this shit.
keep finding a reason, man. And it's going to happen, especially when you're a team that's won it before. You know what I'm saying? And you're coming back from like that 2 years of kind of going back to reality, and then here you are again. You're going to get a lot of people that aren't too happy with that.
Yep.
Try to find ways to discredit it. Just is what it is. I mean, you can look at it that way, or you can look at it and say who's playing this upcoming Sunday in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Yeah. Simple as that. And, we touched, or everyone has touched on the Patriots defense. Everyone's touched on, the quarterback, the offense, all of that. But man, you got to give credit to where credit's due. And that's Vrabel, man. He's built a system here. He's built a team, and that's your boy. That's your guy.
That's my boy, man. I was looking it up, just kind of remembering what was going on the last 2 years that he was here, in Tennessee, before he obviously went to Cleveland for 1 year and did his little defensive advisor spot, and then got the head job there with you boys. But I mean, that's what he's going to do. He's going to instill a culture. Obviously, if you're asking me who I'm rooting for Sunday, it's not going to be New England, because that's going to leave a sour taste in my mouth, man. I don't want to
Yeah.
win the bowl right after leaving us.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that Vrabel's going to do is he's going to connect with his players. That's so
Mhm.
important, man. I think what's important for him is to have good coordinators. That's kind of where he went off the ball with us, is when he had, Arthur Smith there early. We had good offensive line. We had all that stuff going for us. We made an AFC Championship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we were going to these games or playing in these big moments. And then the one thing that he gets into that does bother me a little bit is he starts promoting guys on his staff always, instead of looking at outside options to bring in. And sometimes it works, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get stuck with Todd Downing like we did, and it's horrific. And it's like, dude, you could have found 3 guys that were candidates that were
Yeah.
coming from the teams that were a better choice. So, but the thing is, he's got time to clean that up. My hot take with Vrabes is, I think he wanted to be in New England the whole time.
Yeah.
Just to be honest with you, I think his last season with us, I mean, because his second to last season we were 7-3, and then we lose 7 straight. So it's like there was injuries involved. There was a lot not working for.
Right.
But you can tell, man, he's where he wants to be now.
Yeah.
Does it have me a little bit bitter? Sure, but
Yeah.
I think it was time for us to move on. I know that's kind of unpopular. A lot of Titans fans are still kind of stuck on the why we get rid of him and this and that. But hopefully on to better days this way.
Yeah.
I mean, we went through our trials and tribulations early in the 2010s, and now we're going through them again. So I just want to watch a team make the playoffs, dude. Like,
Well, even just compete. I mean,
yeah, it's
l-
been
l-
bad. I mean, Brian Callahan hire was atrocious, dude. He couldn't even command a fucking press conference.
yeah, it was horrific
Yeah.
watching that offense try and move the ball, just the team in general.
Oh, dude, wasn't
But
fun.
I mean, don't get me wrong though. I really do think Cam Ward is a decent quarterback. I think he has all the right fits to be a great quarterback, but you just got to get the right offensive coordinator in there.
Yeah. Well, I think they made some progress. I like the Dayball hire, man. Dayball's worked with a lot of quarterbacks.
Yep.
He's helped a lot of quarterbacks throughout his career, even just as an assistant coach, not even offensive coordinator, just being on staff for some of those guys. Like, even I'm pretty sure he worked with Hurts and Tua for Alabama that 1 year. Like,
Right.
The guy has been around successful players, and he's helped. Obviously, Josh Allen's example number one of that.
Yeah.
And what's cool is Cam, like you said, he's got all the things you look for in a quarterback.
The
Like, that was
tools.
my difference between him and Will Levis. Like, watching Levis, he's got a rocket arm, dude, would show you
Yep.
some games where he's like, "All right, maybe he can play." Cam has that knack to where, like, when he's in the pocket, you can tell if he's not even looking at the guy, he knows to come forward in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He's got that
Mhm.
quarterback instinct with him. Um, tries to make some hero plays sometimes, but he's a rookie,
He's a
man.
rookie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kinda
Exactly.
Josh Allen still tries to do that stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so I got some faith there. I think they made the right hire to try and pair him up. Now it's just how do you spend your $100 million in free agency this year and make it happen?
Yeah, you got to go get some wide receivers for sure. I mean, that's obviously the biggest takeaway from what I've seen this year.
Mhm.
But I do like that kid, Owuni or Aurorno, whatever his name is. It's
Who,
like,
Io Manor?
yes, that dude.
Yeah. So they
Yeah,
got
he's got a
him and,
weird name to say,
yeah,
but
Ellick. Yeah, he's,
yeah,
and they also got, Chimere Dike, so Dike was a Florida dude, and that's what I'm saying, like, people were criticizing Cam this season, like, dude, he's throwing to 4th round rookies as his wide
right.
receiver 1 and 2. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have
exactly.
the
Yeah.
guy out there.
Dude,
Dike's
DK
Pro
stepped
Bowler.
up, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
he balled out towards the end of the season. I was like, every week I would get a real notification. DK scored. DK
Yep.
scored.
Punt
DK
return.
scored. Yeah.
Something, man, making it happen. I mean, you gotta be happy for the kid. Good slot guy in terms of he's a east-west route runner. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He can catch the ball, get 15 extra yards just because he's beating the guy that's guarding him.
Right.
So I'm definitely excited to see kind of what comes out of that, and we'll kind of. I mean, it is what it is. Offensive line needs a little bit of fixing. We got the interior doing okay, but at the end of the day, we're taking baby steps now, man. I just want
Yeah.
to see him kind of like you said with Vrabel going to New England, which is ironic because he left us. But we need that culture to be instilled.
You do.
So we'll see if old Robert can do that for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that just need that type of personnel from a coach.
Yeah.
Because you see Vrabel just dabbing his players up, giving him high fives after every single game. And
Mhm.
it seems like whenever he's on the hot take, because I'll listen to a lot of like after the game, like on field takes. And it's just of him like hyping his players up. I really don't like hear much coaching going on, but it's just like, how can I get through these guys' heads to perform mentally and perform better? And that's just what Vrabel does, man. It's just he's been with the system. He knows Robert Kraft. He knows the Patriots way, Patriots fans. He understands everything about that since he played there. It's just, it's different. It's a different feel than when Belichick was there, but it also feels the same as well. It's really hard to like understand if you're not on the Patriots, I guess, fan base to
Mhm.
feel like what we feel as like it's Belichick, but it's not.
Yeah.
Belichick was Vrabel, but it's not. It's just like it's doing your job, but it's also like at like a lower level because he's making more connections. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He's doing what a head coach needs to do. You know what I'm saying? He's bridging the gap between and he's a great mind himself. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's bridging the coordinators, the wide receiver coaches, the defensive back, the linebacker coaches. He's that bridge between the players and those guys,
Yeah,
and he does that masterfully. I mean, he
he
did it
does.
with us. I mean, you could see how. I mean, even his relationship with Will Compton and Taylor Lewan to this day. You know what I'm saying, on their podcast and all that. Like,
Yeah.
dude calls himself daddy. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like he is Vrabel is a character, man.
Yeah, he is. He's
If
a
you
good
get
guy.
if you get him bought in with a character like that, I mean, a lot you're seeing what's possible of it right now. You know what I'm saying? And he was
Yeah.
put in a great situation. That's one thing that I will take credit for myself is when that draft class came out. Williams, Daniels, Drake May. I was the one back there. And I know I wasn't alone, but I was the one back there saying, "Listen, Drake May is the best quarterback in this draft."
Yeah.
Williams got the flash. Daniels is athletic. Drake May is the best NFL quarterback in this draft. And you're
Yeah.
seeing why, because he can make plays, but he doesn't do too much.
No, he doesn't. He's not Jane Daniels just run around with his head cut off trying to make all these plays. That I was having this conversation with one of my buddies is that when you go back and like look at all of the Hall of Fame quarterbacks, every single one of them was just a smart player. They're not trying to run around and get 1,000 yards rushing every season. They're understanding the game from the mental aspect. And I think that's what Drake May does really, really well at. He doesn't have the greatest arm. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he understands defenses and how to read them. Yes, he can layer the ball very well. He's got a lot of touch on his passes, but that's just what he does. He understands concepts very, very well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the greatest of all time did. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Tom Brady wasn't no physical specimen at all, man.
No.
I mean, yeah, he could throw the ball. He was absolutely incredible skill-wise, but I'm saying, like, he understood football and prepared. That's how you win as a quarterback. I mean, there's a reason it's the most important position in football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to have the guy that you trust the most in that position. I mean, you just saw it in college with these guys, you know,
Yeah.
and you got a guy that's really just a will to win, but doesn't make forceful decisions out of nowhere, like stays composed, throws a pick six, cool. Let me come down and go 87 yards down the field on the next play. Like
Yeah.
he stayed composed. And Mendoza, I mean, of course, and it's the same type of vibes with like these guys that you're talking about. These guys that win Super Bowls, it's not a coincidence. You know, what I'm
Right.
saying? Like these are the type of people that you keep seeing over and over and over again. Even your Flacco's, the Manning brothers. You know, what I'm
Yeah.
saying these guys, they that's what they do. They prepare. Stafford, been around, knows what to do,
Yep.
doesn't try to do too much, just makes plays, keeps the run game involved, which, a Vrabel team's always gonna do. So, I mean, I think they got a good shot, man. They're running into a bit of a train though, man.
I
Seattle
know.
is showing up. I call old Darnold, I call him Sammy Ding Dong because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Well, we'll get to that in a second because I got some hot takes with that game alone. Um, yeah, dude, you brought up Mendoza. Congratulations
Yes,
on the
sir.
championship.
Appreciate that. Who would
The
have
n-
thought, huh?
I, dude, exactly. Growing up in Indiana, nobody, not a single person would have said Indiana's gonna host a championship in our lifetime.
No.
Not a
You
single
know?
person.
Are you kidding me, dude? We were fighting for 2 wins.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. Unbelievable, shows you the power of and I mean, players buying in, but
yeah,
I'm the coach that just fucking wins, man.
yeah.
I'm
Signetti's a dog.
an absolute dog. Just comes in, immediately hops on and says, "Listen, weight rooms are outdated. We don't have enough money to get kids here. The culture on this campus is doomsday with football. He's
Yeah.
fix this now." Comes in first year 11-2, next year 16-0. What are we talking about?
Yeah. And he said whenever he like came on to IU, he said all I do is win or Google me or something
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
he was in the presser and that was the story behind that is that was like one of the last questions that he got asked. So he had been there all day, like his first week at Indiana. And like I said, he's feeling the doom and gloom. I mean, dude, you'd been there before. Your brother went there. Like
Yeah, yeah.
football was not we didn't win at football. And
No,
nobody really
we
you
went to
went
the
to halftime and
tailgate.
you left.
Yeah. I
Like
didn't even
that's
go
how
in
it
the
went.
game. I just went to the tailgate.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you don't go because you're not gonna win. He shows up, and that was one of the last questions I asked him at that presser. The guy said, "How do you plan on getting recruits to come here and play for this program?" And he said, "Are you talking about high school kids, like transfers, like who you talking about?" And the guy was like, "Anybody, just you know, what I'm saying, like, how are you going to get kids
Yeah.
to play here?" And that's when he had that quote, of course, where he said, "It's pretty simple. I win. Google me."
Yeah.
Was like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Come here and we'll win football games. And my golly, the son of a bitch was right.
Yeah, yeah. It's 16-0 is not heard of.
No, not in Indiana.
It's
Not
yeah.
anywhere. I mean, that's the first time it's happened since what? Yale before they wore helmets?
Yeah. When there was fucking 4 schools.
They won like 8-0, and you're like, "What happened?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
that's how
hockey
long it's
score.
been. So truly remarkable, man. I kept asking my dad because I mean, Pops has been here
Yeah.
his whole life, and I mean, he's been rooting for him since Corso was the coach. And just like every week when we kept winning this season, I'm like, dude, could you have ever envisioned this in your life? Like we're number one in the nation. Would you have ever
Yeah.
thought that? He's like, are you kidding me? No. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we're fighting for a bowl game since 1993, dude.
Yeah. Um, as a West Virginia fan, but growing up in Indiana, of course, I cheer for them, obviously. Uh, but I guess the bigger question for IU fans is, are you more excited to see Mendoza play in the NFL or for next year's season without Mendoza to see what Signetti can do without him?
I
What are
mean,
you more excited about?
yeah, I would say the latter, just because I mean, what is possible now? We've
Mm,
already defied the odds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like, can we? Because obviously it's going to continue. They're gonna be good. I mean, you
yeah,
saw the class they got transfer wise. They got one of the better quarterbacks coming in. Needs to clean up his turnovers, but like, I think it's going to be interesting to see. The biggest thing will be all those kids from James Madison. All those guys are gone now. You know what I mean? So it's gonna
right.
be or most of them. I mean, there's a few that are still left, but most of those guys, the core, Aiden Fisher, D'Angelo Pons, Michael
hmm
Kamara, they're all gone now, but going to the league. So it's gonna
Right.
be how can we sustain that culture? But you do have guys coming back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just a complete fresh slate. So I would say the latter. Obviously, you're gonna look at Fernando. Dude's going to Vegas. I mean, he's
Yeah, it's very
number
obvious.
one overall. Like
Yes.
when you get Tom Brady comparisons, you're going number one overall. I mean, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yes.
So it'll be fun. My biggest worry for him is not about him. My biggest worry for him is the Raiders' piss poor offensive line that
Right.
didn't allow Ashton Jeanty to do like anything this year.
Yeah.
Um, so that's my only worry there. But I'll tell you what, dude, the kid's a warrior. He's gonna figure it out. And they're gonna put. I think I might have just saw a report today. Are they looking to hire
They
the
are.
Hawks guy,
Yes, LaFleur.
or is it
Mike. What?
was it Kubiak? I thought it was the Seahawks OC.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
I could be wrong.
Yes, you're right. Clint Kubiak intends to work out a deal, become the next head coach of the Raiders. I was thinking of the Cardinals are hiring the Rams OC,
Oh, okay.
Mike LaFleur, yeah,
Yeah.
as their
Okay.
head coach.
Got you.
So, two breaking news that just happened.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, that'll be good for the Raiders because
Yes.
obviously we've seen what the Seahawks can do offensively,
Yeah.
but for a guy that kind of has the same structure as Sam, he's not really the most athletic guy, but
Yep.
dude can fling it. You got
Yep.
the same type of style quarterback coming in,
That's right.
rookie, but
You
yeah,
got
man,
the
it's gonna
running
be
back.
cool.
Yeah, you got the running back. You know what I'm saying? Like G.T.
Yeah,
showed that he is an NFL running back. Absolutely. I mean, did show that in college. I think he still. I mean, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think he still should have won the Heisman over Travis Hunter. I think he had an incredible season
I
that year.
agree. Yep,
Uh,
I agree.
but the biggest thing is offensive line and wide receivers out there. I mean, the defense has pieces. You know what I mean?
hmm
Not great, obviously, but they're not like absolutely horrid.
Yeah.
But the offensive line, dude, this year, I mean, watching that team, the little times that I watched them, holy moly.
A lot of people put it on Geno Smith. Well, yes, he looked terrible, but damn, dude, he didn't have time to throw the ball.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, he's gonna regress from last season.
yeah,
Dude, snap the ball and there's three guys in his face.
yeah.
I mean, what do you expect?
Well, I'm watching him hand the ball off, and GNT can't. I mean, he literally cannot get the ball. Like he's getting hit. Like, what
Yeah,
is this kid supposed to do, man? Like,
like
what are you guys doing out there? And I don't know if they got rid of their offensive line coach or if they just don't have the cats to do it, but they got to figure something out because
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
it's
Clint
not pretty.
Kubiak will come in there and make some big changes for them
Yeah,
so
he's
they can make
obviously
a
figured
push.
something out with Seattle. I mean, for Darnold to do what he's doing, man, that is truly remarkable.
Dude, I know. This is what his fourth team.
Yeah,
Got drafted by the Jets, went to San Fran, then to Minnesota, and now Seattle. So his
yeah, he
fourth
went,
team.
and after remember he went
Oh,
to
went to
Carolina.
Carolina. That's
Yeah,
right.
and then he went
Yes.
to San Fran to back up,
Yep.
and made it. I mean, he was in the Super Bowl in that game. Obviously, didn't win, but made it to the Super Bowl with them, and then came back last year. Heck of a performance from Minnesota. Comes in the playoffs, lays the egg, and everybody's like, "Oh, there's Sam Darnold."
Yeah, there's the
And
guy we know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then that's what I was banking on because he came out of college. I remember me and my cousin had a convo, and I was like, "Dude, Sam Darnold sucks. Like that guy is not going to be
I
good
said
at
the same
football."
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
said the
cousin was like,
exact same
"Oh,
thing.
man, he's got this, he's got that," and I'm like, "All right, let's watch him." So like 7 or 6 years in, I'm talking to my cousin. I'm like, "Dude, I told you this guy was terrible." And then like Minnesota's run last year, he comes and says something to me, and I'm like, "All right," you know what I'm saying? It took him 10 years before he
Yeah,
was relevant. Like, come on, but I'll let him have it. He has really turned things around, man.
he
I mean,
has.
what a that's a cool story. You don't see a lot of that happen.
Yeah.
Go from complete like number one overall bust material to, I mean, the guy's in the Super Bowl playing the best football of his career.
Oh
It's
yeah, by
remarkable.
far.
I mean, shout out the Jets.
Dude, whoever gets drafted by the Jets or is on the Jets, your career is toast.
It's so sad. It's like, I mean, if Cleveland didn't exist, I would say it was the melting pot of the NFL. But unfortunately, Cleveland still hasn't sold the franchise yet, so they're still,
Right.
I mean, they had like 4 offensive coordinators say, "I don't want to coach here. I'll
Yeah.
take my name out of consideration, dude."
It's time. It's time for them to move.
Dude, I mean, yeah, it's getting bad, dude. I mean,
And now they're building a stadium.
I dude, I don't know.
Like I I don't get it, but like also that's really cool.
Yeah, I
Like
shout out to Cleveland, man. They're still trying. I mean, they got a fan base. I'm not hating on their
yeah,
fan base. I mean, they're loyal, dude. It's just like when you've been run this discombobulated for so long, at some point you have to ask, like, guys, we need. I don't know if it's a completely from the top change, but something has to. I mean, where they made the playoffs, what, once or twice with Stefanski? I think once. You know what I'm saying? Just to
I
sneak
don't
in
think
there.
twice.
I'm about to say, I think they made it once because obviously the defenses have been good. I mean, you got
Well,
guys,
yeah, they've always been great.
dude. It's just I'll never forget the comment. My dad told me he heard from a guy that hopped on the radio just talking NFL and was like, I truly believe that it was like a guy that was high up there, like an NFL. I don't know if it was a anonymous exec or somebody like that,
Yeah.
and he literally said like Cleveland needs to sell the franchise, like
Yeah.
they're dumpster fire.
Yeah, I don't even know where they would go though, because out of the markets, Cleveland obviously has a big market.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know where you would put another team.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you either, I mean, maybe just sell the team and stay. Just get new ownership. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, it's whatever's happening right now isn't working, and this is coming from a Titans fan, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Dude,
saying we're we're going crazy or anything, but holy
yeah.
moly,
Speaking of new stadiums,
yes sir.
I've been driving by the new stadium in
Yeah,
Tennessee. It looks really good, man.
coming
It's
together.
it's gonna look sick.
We got the script, brother. We got the script. We should be good the year that it's coming out. We need the NFL to help us out just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get some
Yeah.
guys to come here with this 100 million that we have this off season. But I'm feeling good about it, dude. I mean, I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can. The hire. Saleh was dealt a losing hand in New York. I won't lie
Right.
to you. I wasn't that thrilled about it
Yeah.
when it got announced, but I really do like the pairing with Dayball. I
Yeah.
think Dayball can be a really good piece to help. I mean, he's the guy who kind of made Daniel Jones relevant again after everybody wrote him off.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
true.
should be something to at least look forward to. And obviously, there's at least a little incentive from the league to put some type of spotlight on us with the new stadium coming out and everything. So, I mean, Cam comes out, shows out next year. Maybe we got something to look forward to, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what every single Titans fan has basically said living here. I hear it every single day. So, it's mixed reviews. Like people do like Saw, people don't like him. Guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, so let's shift gears. Let's go into the NFC Championship because the AFC Championship was obviously there's not much to talk about.
Yep.
Drake May had a rushing touchdown, Sutton
And so,
scored. Yeah, I mean, literally snow game. It is what it is.
yeah.
But the NFC Championship game, amazing. Both quarterbacks just absolutely balled out.
Mhm.
I personally, as a Patriots fan, was hoping to see the Rams make
Okay.
it just for the sake that their defense isn't as good as Seattle's. But also, like, shit, man. But the Rams' offense is, I think, better than Seattle's.
Yeah. Yeah.
But either way, dude, it was phenomenal. It's one of the best games I've watched all year. Um, Obviously not better than the first one that went into overtime, or was
Yeah.
it the second one? One of those. Doesn't matter.
I think it
But
was a six.
dude,
Yeah.
JSN and Puka are just the top five in the
Oh,
league. It's no doubt top three, you could even say.
yeah. I mean, I call Puka the nuke for a reason, man. I mean, the guy will go for 220 yards and act like nothing happened. I mean, he's
Yeah,
incredible. JSN's so skilled. I mean, you love watching a guy like that. Like, as a former wide receiver who had no ounce of athleticism besides jumping, I mean, dude, watching a guy run routes with that type of speed and
yeah,
diction with everything he does, dude, fundamentally so good. The guys don't drop passes. I mean, both of them
right.
are
Yeah,
incredible. Even the one that they called not a catch for Puka, it's like, dude, like he's
the yeah,
I mean, incredible. And then you get, like you said, I was hoping for Rams only because, and I know they're both 14-3, but like this isn't the most exciting Super Bowl to me. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Seahawks, Patriots, it's just not. I could see people that disagree with that. They both had really good seasons, top of their conferences, but like it just, if you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, I'd have been like, what the fuck happened? How did we get, you know what I'm saying? How did we get
yeah,
here? But it just, I mean, Stafford putting on a master class. You had some big turning events in that game, man. I mean, when you had the guy I can't remember his name, but the guy returning punts for Los Angeles dropped that punt.
dude,
Uh,
he dropped two. Luckily, they recovered one.
yeah, so I'm saying like they finally threw Kyron Williams in on the last. It was like, dude, we can't
Yeah,
do this anymore. And then you had, of course, was it Rick Woolen? They got the penalty to give him
correct.
the first down.
Yep,
So that's type of shit you're gonna have to clean up when you go and play New England because New England's not gonna beat themselves, man.
right.
They're not. So you're gonna have to. You cannot have penalties like that against a team like New England. And he's lucky that it didn't cost them more than it cost them. I mean, obviously, he got a touchdown on his head the next freaking play,
Yeah,
but it just you got to clean that up. But man, I'll tell you this much: their defense is rowdy, man. I mean, they
they
run
are.
the ball. They got guys on the D line. I think it's so important. The guys on the D line. I'm not necessarily saying the Super Bowl, but they've been there before. Like Demarcus Lawrence,
Yep,
Leonard Williams. These guys have been in that starting for years at this point and like are now at the pinnacle of the sport. Like it's not going to be the moment won't be too big for those guys. You know what
correct.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's where they got strengths, of course. Secondary is awesome. They got guys that are real talented. It's just can they stay composed in a game like this, especially with receivers besides Diggs that aren't going to show any type of emotion really in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you're not going to get these guys. I mean, Diggs will get up and talk some shit to you, but other than that, like, dude, Mac Hollins, he's just going to be wearing no socks and point first down. Like, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and you got, I
Pop
mean, the Patriots
Douglas.
they got a sneaky little crew of guys, like, not the AFC Championship, but the round before, I had Demario Douglas
Yeah,
net go off for like 25 receiving yards or something like that. Cause I'm like, this feels like a random, let's throw a screen pass at Demario.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like they have guys they can do that with. So it'll be interesting to see the matchups that you see because kind of like what you were hitting at before we hopped on, like the Patriots offensive line has been really good, man. So seeing them go up against this Seahawks D line is that'll be a fun battle to watch for the real football
yeah.
heads that are looking at that stuff during the game.
Right. And dude, like the regular season, I felt like our offensive line was like doing well until we hit the postseason. And then all of a sudden, everything just crumbled.
Yeah.
Morgan Moses, Will Campbell, um, even Bradbury, like, dude, they're just getting absolutely crushed. Now, I know that New England had to go against, top three of the top five defenses in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's gonna be hard either way,
Mhm.
especially with two rookies on the left side,
Yep.
and a guy who never played center. So it's obviously going to be tough in that aspect.
Mhm.
But you're right. This is the matchup. This is the key to win the game for New England or for Seattle is who can control the front.
Yep.
I know that New England's defensive line can control the front against theirs.
Uh-huh.
But I have a really bad feeling that Seattle's going to get a lot of pressure and put Will Campbell in really tough situations coming
Yeah.
off that left side. It's going to be scary to see what Seattle's front does because they don't blitz a lot. They
Yeah.
run a lot of man, they run some cover, but they just run stunts.
We just let him go. That's what I'm saying,
Yes.
because you got cats up front that could do it. See what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You just kinda let those guys perform, and, like, you have gone against I mean, dude, Denver's defensive line, especially edge rushers, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Benita.
Nick
Benito,
Bonino
yeah.
was a legend this year in Denver. I mean, the guy is just quick, he's technical, he has more than one move he can pull on you, like, he just is to the point, and then you got guys in the interior like Zach Allen, who's been there for I don't know how long now,
Dude, I think he's been there, felt like my whole life.
but he's so good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, everything that he does is calculated, which is from a
Right.
defensive line standpoint is like that's so important because if I'm gonna take up 2 people, he's gonna take up 2 people. Like, he's not gonna miss
Yeah.
assignments. And so it's pretty it'll be interesting to kinda see how they deal with, like you said, because they've dealt with it so far, but they've been scraping by a little bit in the postseason.
Yeah. Yeah. Postseason's
So
been horrible. Drake May's fumbled every single game.
well, it's hard to scrape by in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you gotta figure that out. But it should be I think it could be a little bit of a defensive battle for sure, given
Yeah.
both the teams and the quarterbacks who, as good as they've been, haven't been there in a starting role with Darnold and
Right.
haven't been there at all with Drake. Um, so you'll see, if one of them gets rattled, that's big time.
Yeah.
If Darnold throws a pick second drive of the game, how does he react? Does he react like he did in the second half of the game against the Rams in the regular season, where he leads them back and goes crazy after throwing like 4 interceptions?
Yeah.
Or does he screw up 2 more times and you're down, 20-3 before you can even blink? I mean, how
Right.
does that happen? So it'll be interesting, man. I mean, you got Seattle got here for a reason. I think Kenneth Walker's been incredible in the
Dude,
post.
finally he got the touches that he has deserved all season long in the red zone. Now, yeah, Charbonnet's out, but dude, I've been waiting for this. Like, I feel like
Well,
all of us, all fans of just the NFL, has been waiting for Kenneth Walker to get touches in the red zone. It's about
because you can
time.
see him. I mean, you can see him when he has the ball. You're like, this guy's good at football.
Yeah,
Like he's really
literally.
good. He's a tank. He's fast. Makes the right reads. You know what I'm saying? Is actually cutting quicker than you would think. I
Yeah,
mean, the dude was good at Michigan State. I mean, the guy was good, man.
yeah.
It's just funny. He like the dude just Charbonnet came in. Anytime they got within like the 7-yard line, it's like, all right, get
Sharks.
Charbonnet in there. Let's get him
Yeah.
some. It's like,
dude,
what's happening?
every time I bet on Kenneth Walker to score, it's just fucking Sharps every
Charbonnet
time.
season, man. Every time,
Like,
man.
damn,
You
dude.
got him on your fantasy team, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Charbonnet.
It was an automatic 7 points every week.
He gets 15 yards, touchdown, 10 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
Well, Kenneth's on the bench just like, dude, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, finally he gets the chance. But dude, I really think New England's gonna shut down that run. We've been shutting it down all postseason, all season long. I think we went 9 or 8 straight games where we didn't allow a running back to go over 50 yards.
Yeah.
Like, that's unheard
That's-
of.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a stat right there to be proud of, especially if you're a defensive head coach and a defensive coordinator. That's a stat that you say
Yeah.
that's why we're winning games right there. That's and you guys have very what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined linebackers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Spillane that came from
Spillane
Vegas.
came from Vegas. OG Titan,
Dude.
back with us early in his career. Same with Gibby, Jack
Yeah.
Gibbons, man.
Yep. Dude,
Gibby,
he's been turning it on.
Gibby can play, man. And the thing is, he's been with Vrabes. He's been in that system. You know what I'm saying? He kind of knows how it goes. He knows what is expected of him in that role.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about, and like, I don't like to talk about this because I don't want him to win, but that's what's cool about New England is they've got guys that just do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what football team's about. Like, that's kind of similar to what Indiana did this year. Like, there's obviously they have great players. They're going to have probably the most draft picks out of anybody on an Indiana team ever. But like the Patriots are doing that in terms of they don't have anybody that needs to go out there and get 175 yards receiving. They don't have one running back that needs to go for 150 and 3 touchdowns. They got guys that do their jobs offensively and defensively. Like Landry cannot sack somebody for 3 weeks and impact the shit out of a game.
Yeah. Just his presence. Yeah.
So I mean, it shows. I mean, it shows that you're well coached, but it also shows that you have the right guys out there on the field to be able to
Yeah.
do this without getting their pride hurt. Oh no, I haven't had a sack in 4 weeks. So what's my contract gonna look like this offseason? Like, no,
Yeah.
win a fucking Super Bowl, man. So it'll be interesting because I feel like you got a similar type of deal with that in Seattle too. I mean, you got two teams that is the like I said, I'm not super excited about the matchup, but that is the cool part about it, is you got two complete teams that made it here. You know, it's not like you have one story of even though May has a chance to win, you know, the MVP because I think he played incredible this year.
Yeah, he did.
It's not it's not like a one-star show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
two complete teams that made it here. And it's not a coincidence they went 14-3.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, dude, I hope that Drake May wins that MVP. I don't think he will. I think they're going to give it to Stafford.
I think they will too.
But, you know, it is what it is. His second year. He's in the Super Bowl. Stafford's not. So that's all I can say about that.
That's right.
But, dude, this game's going to be really good. You got Seattle allowing 17.2 points per game. They've held opponents under 20 points in 6 of the last 8. And they're 2-0 at Levi Stadium, which I'm
Interesting.
like, shit, man, that sucks.
That's an interesting stat because that's always one of those ones that comes up where you're kind of like, does that matter? Or like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, do I care about that? Should I be worried?
Yeah.
Or is that just they happen to be 2-0 at Levi?
Well, it's the same conversation what happened last week was Denver was 4-0 against New England at home in the
Yeah.
playoffs, and we're on the road. This time, technically, we're the home team,
Yeah.
but you're still going thousands of miles west
Yep.
to go play. But yeah, it'll be good, man. Did you see that stat about the Super Bowl stats? It was like the last 9 teams to travel from east to west and not west to east have won the last 8 Super Bowls.
Really? I did not.
Yeah.
God, that's odd.
Isn't that weird?
Who
And
I mean,
5 of those are New England.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Which we won't get too far into it, but I cannot believe that Belichick that's incredible.
Dude, the most every single person from here on out shouldn't even be up for consideration for the Hall
I
of Fame.
don't I can't even begin to I mean, it doesn't make any I can't like I said, I can't even talk about it. It doesn't make any there's nothing to talk.
Yeah. And then you got the Colts owner saying, "Oh, I think I voted for him. Oh, wait, I did. No, I'm like 90% sure I voted for him." The
Yeah.
fuck are we talking about?
Yeah. Everyone in the fucking room should have voted for him, and it shouldn't have been a thought.
It should have been who wants Belichick in the Hall of Fame. That's
Yeah.
it. It should
Every
have been
single
everybody.
person. Yeah. Incredible that was even a conversation, but, you know, I
I,
digress.
dude, yeah, don't even get me started. That I'll fucking break some shit. That was insane. But yeah, so Seattle's defense is obviously electric. We touched on it. They got some crazy athletes at the cornerback position. Leading the way is Job, number 29. He's
Yep.
ridiculous. So we'll see how he fares up against Diggs. But like you said, New England's got these intricate pieces on offense. It's not a one-star show. So you might see Mac Hollins go for 70.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Well, you might see an Austin Hooper touchdown.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, it's very and they'll run the 2 tight end lineups, you know what I'm saying? They'll run the 12 personnel. It's gonna be very interesting, and so that's a good point touching on athleticism. Those guys I feel like at corner are bigger than a
Yeah.
lot of corners throughout the league in terms of not only strength, but they're taller. You know,
Yeah,
which
they are.
it makes it harder to play against them because you don't always account for that. Obviously, New England will be prepared, but that will be an interesting go at it because a lot of your wide receivers in New England are, besides Mac and I mean, Butte's probably
I think he's 6'4",
he's
6'3".
he's pretty big as well. But other than that, you got some little dudes, you know, out there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that battle goes. It's just another fun matchup for position wise. Like like we talked about earlier, the line on line is going to be obviously like it is in most football games, the most important part.
Right.
But you have that Seattle secondary who, you know, seemingly is one of the best in the league.
Right.
Up against the Patriots, who at the beginning of the year you would have said, "My God, these guys don't have good receivers," and now they're in the Super Bowl, and you're saying, "Man, look at these guys that are stepping up." So
Yeah.
it's gonna be an interesting battle.
Dude, Seattle, the one thing Seattle does really well at, which makes me nervous, is that, dude, they fly to the ball. They absolutely gang tackle. They do really well in open field tackling as well. So I think Drake's going to have to be very precise on where he throws the ball. They're going to be very accurate on their route runs because once they catch the ball, I mean, there's no Puka out there. So
Yeah,
it's going to be catch, you're down. That's just
correct.
what they do really well at. And those corners, the linebackers, the safeties, there's a reason they give up 17.2 points per game. It's
Yeah.
just they just fly to the ball.
Ball Hawks.
Yeah, they're top 10 in red zone defense, top 5 in third down defense at home, but just in general, man, they're incredible. They're well coached, they're well balanced. And so that'll be the scary part of Seattle. Going on the flip side, I know we touched on Sam Darnold, I know we touched on Kenneth Walker. Does JSN find success that he's had in the postseason against Christian Gonzalez? That's the biggest matchup I'm watching for. That's the most fun that I'm going to see this game is who wins that battle.
Yeah, that's my favorite nickname out of the matchup as well. I mean, Gonzo. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy can play football. He's one of
Yeah.
those corners that you will sit back and watch and be like, "Oh shit, not everybody plays cornerback this way."
Yeah.
Like he's physical, he's still fast,
It's
strong
lengthy.
dude. I mean, just does everything that you would want to see. Like gets beat last week on one play, makes the interception to ice the game. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like the guy is just he's relentless. He's what you want in a guy out there, and he's freaking young. I mean, he's got a lot to go in his career still. So very very cool matchup. I think you're going to see some instances where he will show how good he is by making some plays. But at the end of the day, man, you said it earlier. You're dealing with a top 5, top 3 wide receiver in football.
Yeah. Dude,
Jackson
he's
Smith
insane.
is as good as they get right now. I
Yeah.
mean, he's played incredible. He's got a quarterback who has full trust in him. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the year, they still were I mean, they were great, but you can see it, dude, throughout the playoffs. Like,
Right.
didn't really matter last week what the matchup was with him. The ball's going to JSN.
Oh, of
And
course.
I don't know how you let him come out of the backfield on a corner route and don't guard him at all on a scissors concept, and you just literally let the guy wide open in the end zone when he's
Yeah.
already has like 6 catches. But,
Dude,
you know,
insane.
I don't know how that happens, but things like that won't happen against New England. He's going to win matchups.
Yeah,
He's
he will.
going to. It's too hard for defensive backs to lock him down every single play. So I think it's one of those situations where, I mean, he gets his 60, 70 yards. Does he get a touchdown or two? That's the big question mark. Do you let him break through on the 30-yard pass, or is he getting 8 catches for 68 yards? Is he getting
Yeah,
9
right.
catches for 73 yards? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you containing him? And that's what I think the point will be with Gonzo. And I think, you know, you have the skills to do it if you're Christian Gonzalez. And
Yeah.
that's what's the thing he don't lack is confidence, man.
That's very
You
true.
know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be afraid of the matchup. He's not gonna
No,
be intimidated about the matchup. But JSN's all business, brother.
he
He
is.
can go out there and just play.
From the X's and O's standpoint, I think Seattle is, well, first of all, let me take a step back. I think New England is going to try to run a lot of man just to match him up with Gonzo and then put Carlton Davis on Cooper Cup. But if you're Seattle, if you're Clint Kubiak, dude, I think you're running as much motion as you possibly can to
Yep.
isolate. That's the games that we've lost this year. We saw a lot of motion coming from the offense, a lot of, east west. It's like Miami style
Yeah.
where and that's how you're going to exploit a New England defense is get JSN off Christian Gonzalez.
Mhm.
Dude, I'm telling you, if JSN goes for 100 yards and a touchdown, we're losing this game.
Yep. I agree. I agree. And the other scary thing is they have um it, it's so important to have experience when you get to this level of football.
Right.
Um, and you got a guy who really I didn't think played. He scored, but I didn't think played all that well last week. A guy like Cooper Kupp, to have him in this game is humongous.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because say you're going in a 4th and 4 in the fourth quarter, and you're heavy on JSN, and they cover that first, you know what I'm saying, comeback
Yeah.
route. You might have Cooper Kupp's not going to drop that pass over the middle to get the first down. Like, to have guys that have been there, won a Super Bowl before, knows kind of what that moment brings is so valuable. So that'll be an interesting concept too, because obviously JSN's the big dog,
Yeah.
but you have guys out there, man, in Seattle that have been stepping up. Like, I think the one that went under the radar a little bit until he, of course, busted out that punt return touchdown, but that
Rashid.
Rashid Shaheed pickup,
Dude.
big time.
Yeah. I was telling my boss this. Dude, that's the best pickup this whole offseason when it happened.
Yeah.
Just from his speed alone.
Yeah. I mean, the guy
It's
was in New Orleans doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Now, granted, that was kind of before Shuck took over when they traded him. It
right.
was kind of before the turnaround there, but, I mean, he comes over and immediately, without touching the ball on offense in some games, is impacting the game more than, you know,
Yeah.
more than half the guys that do touch the ball on off. I mean,
Yeah.
he's electric. He's one of those guys that can make a random fucking Devin Hester play in the Super Bowl and just turn the momentum like crazy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be fun, man. Like, actually, sitting here, I was talking shit at the beginning, like, I'm not really interested in this matchup.
Yeah.
We're sitting here talking through it, and I'm like, you know what? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot to look at in this game.
Yeah.
Complete teams is just, again, what points out to me when you're kind of looking at this game on paper is there's not like, you have great players. I'm not saying you don't, but there's not like one thing that you're looking. It's a cumulative setup of like, all right, these teams are good. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. They're playing with heart.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of touched on it like Indiana. They don't have a 5, 10, 5-star recruits over there.
Yeah.
They're just playing with pure passion,
That's right.
playing for each other. And dude, I think that goes a long way. Even with college sports, NFL, doesn't matter what sport it is.
Mhm.
If your team has more passion than the other and are connected mentally, dude, you're gonna go far. Just
Absolutely.
the simple way of ball.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, this is about having fun. That's what
Yeah.
sports are. So if you're having fun throughout the whole season, and that's why I think Vrabes connecting with the guys is so big, because like, yeah, they're locked in, and he's a no bullshit coach, but at the same time, he's laughing, dude. Like you said, he's laughing on the
Yeah.
sideline with the guys. Like, he gives them the freedom to be themselves, which I think
Yeah.
sometimes gets lost. And that's what, just to point out a little thing that Signetti does. So they were talking about their practices. I remember there was Mike Kadig was talking to somebody about how they practiced. He played last year, played the center last year's with I think Barstool now, and he was talking about it. And it was a guy that I think used to play for LSU. So probably when like Les Miles was there, you know what I'm saying, 2010 or
Yeah. Mhm.
2010, 2000. Um, and he said, dude, we would practice for an hour and 20, hour and a half, done, home. You're hanging out, doing what you need to do for the rest of the day. And the LSU dude was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "Dude, we would be out there for damn near 4 hours
Oh my.
what I'm saying? Like, it's like over 2.5, it's 3-hour practices. And he's like, no, dude, SIG is surgical. You get in, you do your work, you do it the right way, and you get out and live your life. You know what I'm saying? And having that
Smart.
trust in the guys, exactly. It's smart because you get done what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? You emphasize the points that need to be emphasized within that short time stretch, and then you're not burning anybody out mentally or physically.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's dude, I did not know that about Sig. I didn't know he did all that. That's really cool.
Yep.
Huh.
Straight to the point, man. And a guy who same thing with film. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna come in, you're gonna watch film, but every single time they won, you hear him talk about it. Hey, we're gonna enjoy this one tonight. We're gonna have a day off tomorrow. Then we're going straight to work. So that
Yeah.
you always get that day off. He's not pushing too hard because he believes in what he's doing in his program.
Right.
And obviously, it's proven now that that shit works. So I would
Yeah.
believe in it too.
Dude, whenever they won the I think it was the Big Ten championship,
Yeah.
the reporter asked him like, what are you excited for next or something? Or what are you looking forward to tonight? I think he said I'm just having a beer.
Yeah.
Or
Just
something
ready to
like
drink a
that.
beer, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he put a he had a literally it was a Hoosier beer. It was the brand because there's a brewery in
Yeah.
Bloomington. It's just a Hoosier beer. So, dude, he's just one of us that's 65 years old, man. That's all he is.
Yeah.
And he's just been around good coaches. He figured it out. He bet on himself late in his career. Took a job at IU, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and just climbed up the ranks. And here we are winning national championships at a school that would have never dreamed to win a national championship. I mean, it's
Bro, who
something,
would have thought?
man.
It's
Not me or you. I can tell you
no.
that.
Did you get a chance to see Hebron after
Yeah.
the championship? Dude, I
Yeah,
bet
so
he was in tears.
oh, man. So he actually went to from the Rose Bowl actually, from the Big Ten
I
championship
saw
on,
that.
went to every
Yes.
game. So
Yeah.
he was there, and it was just I mean, the coolest thing about it is, look at every stadium that we played in. It's Hoosier fans. I
Oh,
mean,
dude, 90% of it.
We went to Miami and took over the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, what is going like, that's what it's all about, and you know how passionate the fan base is from basketball. So getting to that point where it's like, "All right, if I go watch the football team, like, they're gonna make me proud," like, that is
Yeah.
I went to 2 games this year. So we went to the Illinois game and the Michigan State game, and the Illinois game, dude, I mean, you're playing a top 10 team. You got everybody saying, "Oh, last year's a fluke," you know what I'm saying? Like, "This team's not all that good, da, 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 da." You beat a top 10 team in your stadium 63-10.
Yeah.
That'll open some eyes. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, that game, it was just a beatdown, and you're sitting there the whole time just looking at everybody else like, we're doing this right now?" Like, so
Yeah.
that's when I knew, like, this team's gonna be scary. So
Team's
super,
different.
super
Yeah.
cool, man. What a story. Like Sig said, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna have to be. I mean, like, the greatest turnaround probably in college football history.
Oh, for sure. Has IU ever won 11 games ever?
No,
Yeah.
Zach, they haven't won a bowl game since 1993.
Yeah, that's insane.
A
That's
bowl game.
that's
We just won, like,
crazy.
4 this season. Like, what? I mean, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, dude, I was actually on the phone with Simpson for almost the whole game.
Yeah.
Dude, he was sweating his balls off, just screaming, "Yeah!
Yeah.
Get Mendoza!" It
Dude,
was cool. It was cool to watch.
heck of an experience. I mean, tons of people out there that were like that for that game. I can guarantee you
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Let's just put it
Yeah.
this way, when we won that game, my dad said we need to pop the champagne. My dad. So that's what
Yeah.
type of victory it was.
That's hilarious. Now I'm just waiting for my boys in West Virginia to win one.
There you
You
go.
guys got one before us.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, it's truly remarkable what he did to come in and show the culture like that. And it's a testament to the kids too. I think that gets lost a lot because of how much of a profile he's made for himself nationally. And obviously
Yeah.
Fernando, big hitter now, like he just did the thing with Caleb Presley on Sunday Conversation. Like, he's got almost 1 million followers, I think, on Instagram now. Like, the kids, he's a personality that you can't dislike him, dude. Like, he's
Right.
awesome. He's genuine. But that it gets lost a lot how hard these kids worked this year. I mean, you got guys that came from James Madison that just won a national championship.
Yeah, insane.
I mean,
Insane. But
just
dude, that's
tons
the
of hard work.
heart. Man, that's
That's
just playing with pure passion.
that's it. And that's what
Like,
we were talking about, just to go back to our Super Bowl combo. That's what these 2 teams kind of embody. It's 2
yeah.
coaches that are all about hard work, all about playing hard, and all about putting their guys in the right positions. And then you see now why they made it here. You know what I mean? Because they have simply, the word that you always hear that I'll use is executed.
Yeah.
Both executed at the highest level.
It's doing your job.
Mhm.
Simple as that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, what's your Super Bowl prediction?
Oh, God, dude. It's it's tough for me because I'm on the brink of, is it gonna be like a super defensive battle, or are we gonna
Yeah.
have, I think we're gonna have some flash plays. You know what I mean? But I see a close game, man. I don't see this one going, I mean, if you put me on the spot right here and tell me what's your prediction, I'm gonna go 23-20 Seattle.
Okay. Close game.
Yeah. Halliburton
Um,
died
I
behind.
I saw that. Yeah. Dude, a lot of people like on Fox Sports, ESPN are just taking Seattle to win by 20, 23, 25. Like, dude, people don't understand. Like, both these defenses, and New England's defense is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm expecting a 17-10 type of game, or no, 17, like 15 type of game where it's just defensive battle, and it could be even lower than that. I haven't, sat down and crunched any numbers yet, but yeah, I'm taking smacking the under.
Yeah.
I don't think the over is going to hit unless you just get some deep shots down the field or punt returns, like you said. But yeah, man, I haven't been nervous for a Super Bowl like this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have Tom Brady anymore.
It's about to say there's a lot more unknown going into
Yes.
this one than you've had in the past. So
And I'm waiting for the Drake May that we've seen all season in the postseason. Yes, the weather has been absolutely atrocious in every single game, but dude, I'm waiting for that like 200-yard game.
yeah,
Like,
for the breakout.
yes, like
Yeah.
dude, if Stafford can do it, so can you, right? Like,
Yeah. No,
dude, you're an
absolutely.
MVP conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my parlay for the game. Drake May over 36.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
I think he's going to use his feet a lot.
Yeah.
Seattle's 29th against quarterbacks on yards per carry. There it goes. It's
There he
gone.
goes. I could hear it, but we were locked in, so I was like, I'm just gonna let it fall.
Yeah. So that's one area Seattle struggles with is running quarterbacks. AJ Barner over 2.5 receptions. A,
Okay.
a big area New England struggles with is tight end coverage, especially in man. We talked about Clayton Kubiak running a lot of motion.
Mm-hmm.
It's what Buffalo did to allow Kincaid and Knox to have 100 yards on us.
Yep.
So I expect Barner to go crazy. Stephon Diggs, it's his first Super Bowl, man. This is the time. This is when the lights are the brightest, he's going to show up. I have him for 43.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
And then Kenneth Walker, I could see them using a lot of screen passes to get him his touches.
Yep.
So I like him over 20.5 receiving.
I could see it, especially like you said, if they focus on the run, they're going to try to get in the ball regardless because of what he's shown, not only his whole career, but like this offseason or this postseason, he's been incredible so far. So
Yes.
you're having trouble running, you got to get in the ball somehow. So yeah, I'm with that. The Barner one, I didn't know that stat about New England. So Barner has kind of to some people come out of nowhere. He's a good player, man.
Dude,
Because
he's
he's a
awesome.
true tight end.
Yeah.
Athletic, but was a straight. I mean, blocked a lot. He was an IU guy to begin with, and then he transferred over to Michigan, I believe, and that's where he finished his career. Was at Michigan.
Yeah.
And you're Michigan playing tight end. Yeah, you're getting the ball, but you're blocking, Bob. That's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of
Michigan
blocking.
loves to run the ball.
So
Yes.
yeah, I could see that happening too. I thought about him touchdown when I was looking at stuff earlier, just to kind of, it's going to be you're going to be guarding a lot of people. New England's got a lot of responsibilities, so
Yeah.
letting one of those other guys slip is possible. But no, I feel good about that. I think the Diggs one's a good pick. Like you said, it's time. He's the best receiver on the team, man. Like
Yeah.
he's going to have to show up, and I think he's the type of guy that does. I mean. He shows up off the field in some ways, but on the field, there's no denying the dude can play ball. So he's
Our
can take.
last two NBC games on Sunday night, Diggs has gone for over 100 yards in both.
Okay.
So NBC game, just saying, there might be a
Right.
coincidence there.
It's another one of those trends that you're like, all right, let's run with it.
Yeah, why not? See what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so dude, we had a lot of great matchups or fights last night.
Yes, sir.
This is is this your favorite sport now?
So it's funny you asked me that. I actually just was talking. So Pete and James were over watching the fights last night, and
Yeah.
I was talking about it with them. So I've always been a basketball guy. Basketball,
Yes.
football, 1A, 1B. Like
Yeah, we
love
both
them.
have.
That's what
Yes.
I'm saying. Always into it. But it's hard for me to rank UFC because like I love MMA, man. Like it's such a cool sport. It's very mental. Like obviously you got to be a psychopath to get in there and punch each other in the face, but like
Right.
it's so mental. If you make one mistake, that can be the end of your night. So it's very much calculated in that aspect. I like to put it like because I can do it while like I can watch it and keep up with it while not impeding on basketball and football. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's on
Yeah.
Saturday nights, it's on once a week. Like I'm watching it, so it's hard for me to put like I don't know if I could say that I like it more than them both, but
Yeah.
they're almost on the same page, man. I love watching fights. It's super entertaining, and I didn't really get into it until 2019. I started a little bit, and then
Mhm.
when COVID hit, dude, I just deep dove the UFC library, and started watching like the old Ultimate Fighter seasons and just all
Yeah.
this stuff, learning the old guys, and just really became like, I mean, I'm a huge fan now, dude. Like, I'm watching all the fight nights. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
you
I'm
are.
locked into it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. The the one who got me into it was Adesanya.
It's my goat.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I was watching him fight, like, dude, this sport's awesome.
That's the same.
So
That's hilarious that you say that because I'm not saying this just to say it. That is the dude who like catapulted me into watching the sport. Like, the first
yeah,
pay-per-view I ever bought was him versus Anderson Silva when Anderson was like towards the end of retirement and all that type of stuff. And
yeah,
Israel came in and kind of I say let him off easy. I think he probably could have thrown some harder punches in that fight, but
yeah,
had an awesome showdown. And yeah, dude, Izzy's a legend. So super cool to hear that from somebody who's the same.
yeah,
Like, he's the dude that got me in. Heck yeah, man! Like, and
dude.
he's animated too, which helps the sport in such a way. Like, him just being his weird ass self on the freaking doing the
Yeah.
gun on the when he beats Robert Whitaker and doing the arrows when he beats Alex Pereira. Like,
The arrows
he's
was
just
awesome.
he's got the personality, man. So like, it's kind of
Yeah,
brings a spotlight to the sport at a time when they kind of needed it post Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Kind of what was
yeah,
going on there because Conor is the most polarizing figure to ever fight in the UFC. He was incredible in terms of his presence, and then when he kind of stopped, they had a little bit of a all right, who do we go with now? And then Izzy kind of stepped into that role of
yeah.
I'll be the weirdo that wears like a samurai mask into the octagon,
Yeah.
like.
But they were also like really different.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Um, Izzy felt like he was just more of a strategic type of fighter. Like he played a lot
yes,
of defense, waiting for you to like make a mistake or waiting for you to get tired. I felt like that a lot of the fights was just waiting for them to gas out.
yes.
Where McGregor was like, I'm ready to
Yeah,
fuck you up.
yeah. He
Like,
would come at you. The different styles. With the one thing they had in common is they both like to fight at range. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They both like to have that range. But Izzy, to your point, is very much a counter striker. Has been his whole career. He's
yep,
the guy that is wants you to go first, so that way he can get his reads off in the first 2 to 3 minutes of the fight. And then once those reads are off, he knows that when you throw your left hook, this is where your head's going to be. So I can throw
hmm,
out right at that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He's very calculated. I mean, it's not a coincidence that he's got some of the highest significant striking accuracy of any fighter in the history of the sport.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
What he does is, like you said, he waits for you to go and make a mistake, and then he's going to make you pay. He's been in
yeah,
some wars, like obviously the Kelvin Gastelum fight was freaking awesome to sit there and watch these guys just absolutely punch each other in the face.
yeah.
But that's not what he shoots for when he's envisioning
No,
the
he
fight.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. Dude, speaking of like haymakers, the heavyweight fight last night.
Oh man,
Um, dude, I felt like I was at a cinema just watching these people just throw punch after punch, like headshot, headshot, headshot.
duke it out. That was a
And
true heavyweight fight.
dude, I'm like, is this how every heavyweight fight is? Because if that's the case, I'm just watching heavyweight fights only.
You get through, man. They come out in the third round. That's how you know it's a heavyweight fight when you come out in the third round and the dudes literally can't even walk. Like
Yeah,
they're
they
like
were.
stumbling over to the side. Tai Tuivasa literally needs a finish. I mean, he got destroyed the first 2 rounds. He needs a finish to win the fight and is getting hits off and literally has to go into the clinch because he's going to
Yes.
die of exhaustion if he doesn't.
Yes.
He's
I
like
was like,
hugging the guy.
bro, he
It's
should have
so
just
funny.
finished it. Like,
Well, that's what I'm
dude.
saying. I really believe that he was doing that because he was trying to build up the energy to be like, all right, now I need to push him off and have like another 30 seconds of action, and then I need to rest a little. Like I do not think he had enough left in him
Yeah, he
to be
probably
able to
didn't.
keep swinging. It's crazy.
Uh,
What sucks is I mean the guy took like a year and a half off. I mean, dude, he had lost 5 straight fights before that last fight.
oh, I
You know,
didn't know
a guy
that.
who at one point in the UFC heavyweight division was a force to be reckoned with. He was an up and comer. Like people were saying, this guy is a title challenger, hits hard, he does. And then just got kind of flatlined by a couple people when he got up to the fighting the guys in the top 10 and whatnot. Um, and then take a year and a half off to kind of get your love back for the game. He said, get back in there. And then unfortunately, you just absolutely both of you gas out in the third round, and it ends up being an easy fight to score because no matter who wins the third round, you lost the first two.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious he lost the first two.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I have to give it to him. He freaking was throwing haymakers at the end, man, doing everything he
Dude,
could to try and end it. So,
I
if he had
really
a little
thought
more
he was
energy,
gonna end it.
yeah, if he had a little more energy, it may have happened. I just think that he was out, bro. Like he had
Yeah.
nothing left. Both of
Dude,
them.
it was awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the other fights were really good too. I sent you that parlay that I stole off Twitter, and
Yeah.
it got all the winners correct.
Yep. Just
Just
not the
method of
ways.
victory. I was like, come on,
Mhm.
dude. Um, but yeah, the obviously Alexander the Great kind of showed you why he was named that
Yeah.
against Lopez. I watched that full fight before we hopped on,
Mm.
and it was a tremendous, tremendous fight.
Good fight. Yeah.
And I didn't realize that Alexander, the way he can grapple, like he's very good at it.
Yeah. True mixed martial artist.
Yeah,
The dude is I mean, I don't know how many people can debate this now. He's the best featherweight to ever fight in the UFC, probably at this point.
yeah,
He's made all the title defenses. Obviously, it's a little early for Taporia, who moved up now, but Ilya, made quick work of him. But he's done that with everybody in his career. I mean, the guy's lost basically 3 fights in the UFC. 2 of them to Makachev, who's 28-1 and the champion right now, and then
yeah,
one to Taporia, who's 17-0.
yeah,
So, like, he's losing to the best, and he's beating everyone else in front of him. Diego Lopez, don't sell that kid short. That kid's really good. I mean, and Volk came in there last night and showed at 37 why he's the king of the featherweights, man. I mean, the guy
yeah,
with the reach disadvantage, 5 inches smaller in height, just comes out swinging, mixing in the takedowns, doing everything he needs to do to win. I mean, one judge scored at 50-45, man. Won every round on their scorecard. Like,
yeah,
just absolutely, like you said, showing why he is who he is, why his nickname's Alexander the Great. And I'll be honest with you, after the last fight, where Diego got some good hits in,
yeah. He
but
did.
after the last fight, I was very confused to see the odds. It was like minus 140 or something for Volk. And I'm thinking, like, man, this dude almost won every round last time he fought this kid. Like, are we really thinking that much has changed? And obviously, it hadn't.
Yeah, dude, he went for that guillotine attempt in round two,
Yep.
and I thought he had it. I really did.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how.
hard. I'll tell you this much. It's hard to submit Volkanovski. Little dude, buff, so doesn't have a long neck, you know what I'm saying? Big shoulders. Like, it's
Yeah,
tough to get him caught in that. So when he pulled that, you saw, so he had him stuck in one, no, it was Brian Ortega, I'm sorry. Brian Ortega, when they fought, had him stuck in a guillotine that was dangerous. And
yeah,
Volk just does everything you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Gets his head, moves to the side, moves to the side, moves to the side, pops it out after 30 seconds. Like, Volk is as poised as they come as a fighter.
yeah,
So he's not going to get that. Sometimes that's where you lose in a submission, is you kind of get that panic, like, oh, he's got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going
yeah.
to lose my
Of
air.
course.
Volk's not going to get there. You might snag him, but to get his neck, man, that's a tough ask. So, yeah, I mean, it was scary for about 2 seconds, and then I was like, "Nah, he's
He's got it.
he
Yeah.
he's yeah,
All the confidence in the world.
yeah, he's
Um, but yeah, that fight was good. I didn't get a chance to watch the Ruffy fight.
Yeah,
I
so,
watched the highlights of it,
yep.
but Ruffy won, correct?
Yeah, so that
Off
was my
that
fight of that
knockout.
was my fight of the night.
Was
Uh,
it?
I thought that fight was incredible, and going in, me and Pete were when the card came out, me and Pete were looking at that one saying, "This is the
This
one."
is it.
So Rafael Fiziev is a guy who is just an animal. Comes at you, is going to put the pressure on you. And Mauricio, he's Brazilian, so you got to go hoofy. No R's pronounced. You know what I'm saying? It's all
Ah,
so. But he fights out of a camp
goofy.
called the Fighting Nerds. So he fights like Caio Baraujo, like John Silva, some of those other guys who were just power punchers, man. And that's what Hoofy is. He's calculated. I thought when we were kind of reading through some things before we hopped on, like what I saw that you put down that was good is that you said he didn't seem to rush, and that's exactly he
Correct,
waited.
yeah.
You know, Fiziev attacked him in the first round a little bit, got some good kicks off because Fiziev's a Muay Thai guy, so he's going to use the kicks, he's going to use the knees, he's going to use the elbows. That's where his
Yeah.
background is. And Hoofy, when you have that type of power, man, I'm telling you, there's not a single guy in that weight division that wants to get that fight call from Sean Shelby and Dana White and Hunter Campbell to say, "Hey, do you want Hoofy next?" Nobody wants to sign that dotted line
Yeah.
because he can put your lights out. I mean, he just has that type of power. You saw it with the straight right. I mean, Fiziev's fighting a good fight. All it takes is one straight right, and he's dancing.
Yeah, dude, he
Because
made that small mistake and it costed him.
I mean, like I said, man, you got power like that, especially in that division. It's scary. Not a lot of guys want to deal with you. You know, obviously his one loss was to Benoit, so Saint Denis, who beat Dan Hooker in the co-main last night. He submitted Hoofy the fight before this.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you got guys. He's still got some work to do on the ground. But Fiziev couldn't get into the ground. You know, and if you're going to sit there and throw punches with a guy who has that much power and who has a little bit of reach on you, it's tough, man. I felt for Rafael because that was a one heck of a fight, but somebody's got to lose it, and wasn't his
Yeah.
night, man.
Yeah. Dude, beginning of the fight, because I did watch the highlights, beginning of the fight was like, dude, just kick after kick.
Yeah.
Right to the ham. Like,
Oh,
can these
dude.
guys like throw a punch or something? Like,
Dude, Fiziev, like I told you, man, he's got that Muay Thai background, and those kicks. I remember making a comment when we were watching it last night. I said, "Dude, just imagine being like the guy who like makes the wrong drunk decision to just fuck with this guy when he's out one night, and you just
yeah.
catch one of those body kicks, dude, to the liver. Just you might die."
Yeah.
Like he throws
Well,
those kicks so
he does.
powerfully, dude.
Well, even to the hamstring. Like,
Yeah,
you're
dude.
out there at the bar just getting kicked in the hamstring
You're like, all right,
once.
you know what, man? Let's go. Yeah, all right, buddy.
You're done. You can't
Dude,
even go to work.
yeah, you're not working for 2 weeks.
Yeah. While these guys are just eating it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're
It's
psychos. I mean,
crazy.
like, it's incredible the amount of work that they put in, dude. And like, I think I truly think it might be the hardest sport to be great in the world
Yeah.
because of the amount of work that it just takes to kind of get to that point. Some guys are gifted, but you don't ever become a champion in MMA just by being a guy that shows up for 1 week before the fight and train. Like, you're training hours upon hours every day getting prepared for that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
it was fun 2 cards to start the year, man. I mean, the Paramount Plus era is off to a great start.
Yeah. I will definitely find myself watching more now that I don't have to pay an extra hundred some dollars for
Yeah.
a pay-per-view. So
Mhm.
thank God I can watch
Yeah.
fights now all the time. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna start getting into it a lot more. Anytime I have questions, I always text Pete. I'm like, dude, or Pete's like texting me about stuff. I'm like, man, I'm the wrong person to ask about who to take.
Yeah. Well, you know who to call, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Saint Denis fight was really good too, man. I mean, Dan Hooker's gonna be Dan Hooker, so he kind of just swung for the fences as he always does.
Yeah.
But I felt before that fight, I had a 2-leg parlay that was Hoofy by KO or decision, and then was Benoit by KO or submission because I felt like he would finish that fight. Uh,
Yeah.
as good as Dan Hooker is, and Dan's fought a lot of guys in that division. Really good, really tenured. in terms of he's been there, he's been in that moment. But Benoit doesn't stop, man. I mean, the dude's an animal. He got on top of him, and for some reason, Dan shoots for a takedown. Fucking idiot. I don't know why, but Benoit immediately, I'm not kidding you, Zach, lands like 10 to 15 elbows.
Oh my
Boom, boom,
god.
boom, just throwing him at his face. And finally, at the end of the round, I think it was Herb Dean that was reffing the co-main. He finally just came in and was like, I'm not watching this anymore. Like the dude, the dude is just getting slaughtered.
Oh
Like
my
that. Yeah, that,
god.
that one ticket I had for Benoit by KO was nice at plus 330 just because I like the
Ooh.
value of that, man.
Dude, what was the 5 leg that you hit?
Yeah, we'll start from top to bottom since we already talked about some of the fights. I had
Yeah.
Volk. So I had
Okay.
Volk winning the main event. I had Benoit money line, which was only like minus 375, but I still
Yeah.
thought he was going to win that fight no matter what. So love the value there. I actually got Hoofy as a dog. He was plus 102.
Oh, nice.
And so I snuck him in there. Just felt like if the fight went how it went, kind of like obviously I'm not a freaking I can't tell the future, but like if they're gonna sit there and punch each other, I thought there's a good chance that Hoofy catches him a couple times.
Yeah.
And really, like we were talking about, dude, it only took one, and he
It
was
took nasty.
yeah, and he was out. So took him, sprinkled in Saul Killed. So Saul Killed was like minus 1,000, dude. Like the guy
Ah,
was gonna beat Jamie Malarkey, up and comer, really, really cool kid, man. Aussie. So he just came in his I mean, Malarkey was an Aussie too, but came in fighting in Sydney, you know what I'm saying? So obviously at
yeah.
home, and just came in and really, really looked good. Kind of had a 30 seconds to a minute of all right, what's going on, and then just took over the fight completely. So
Mhm.
interesting to see his come up. He'll be a fun guy to watch. And then I had Billy Elikana as well against Junior Tafa. I just felt like he was the better fighter, man. Junior used to be heavyweight, but he was 6-4 coming into this fight. And Elikana is a guy that can do one of those guys that does whatever he needs to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he needs to take you down, he's going to take you down. If it's more of a punching battle because you're better on the ground, he's not going to get involved in that. Like he fights the right way, a little bit scary sometimes because he opens himself up to getting hit.
Yeah.
He was able to take a couple pops from Junior and ultimately wound up getting a submission. Pretty sure in that fight to win. So it was a good card all around, man. Like I was telling you, I had an 8-legger put together that would have been literally cash money. I just put like $3 on this. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
let's have this backup in there.
Yeah.
They absolutely like judge's decision, horrific robbery in the. You'll have to watch this one just to see what I'm
Okay.
talking about. But it was Khan Offley against the dude, literally guy from China named Yiza.
Okay.
I don't know what the judges are watching. Maybe you give round one to Khan, like maybe, but round two was it was so bad. It was like destroyed him in round two. Yiza did. And then round three really wasn't close. He got 2 takedowns, landed more strikes, and they come out and it's a majority decision for Offley. And I was like, what
Hmm.
is happening? But
What was the odds on that one?
so that one, he was minus, I think before the fight, he was minus 250 or something like
Oh,
that.
that's a
The guy that
heavy
I bet on.
favorite.
Yeah, and he won the fight, man. Like I'm not even afraid to come out and say he won that fight. I have no
Yeah.
idea what the judges were looking at, what they could have scored that based off of. But
Hmm.
we ended up on the night, so is what it is. But that one would have been a nice add in for sure.
Yeah. What'd you win off the 5-legger?
Just I think I put that one was we were down. So basically, I was up on DraftKings, and
Yeah.
then it came back to where I was getting down to the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna bet if I get to the point where I'm not breaking even anymore. I
Yeah.
was down to like my last little amount. So I think I can't remember the odds. They might have been around plus. I just had it pulled up. But
Plus like 900.
I want to say that it was plus. It was about plus 600. So I ended up getting about like $50 off of it.
That's
So
good.
It
Yeah.
wasn't terrible. We made back what we screwed around with, and I started off the card just kind of betting on every fight, just whoever I thought was going to win, and it worked until I got to that freaking robbery, and I was like, all right, I'm done doing this.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, I'm out of here, man. So it was a good night, man. It was a good night of fights. Which
Yeah.
followed up last weekend's card as best as it could. I feel like with freaking Patty Pimblett and Gagee going to war. So
That was an amazing fight, dude.
That was
I
fun.
think I've watched that 3 times now.
It was fun, man.
Yes, that was
Did you see
electric.
what Gaethje said about not throwing leg kicks?
I didn't know.
So he's a guy who is known for throwing really hard leg kicks just throughout his career as he's in striking battles, just kind of punishing front legs. That way your movement is, I'm saying, is thrown off when you're trying to, use that leg for punching power when you're trying to kick with it, like
Yeah,
disabling you. And he really didn't throw any against Patty. And somebody asked him about that the other day, and he said, "Well, that's strategical, man." He said, "What am I going to do? Give this guy easy takedowns?" He said,
yeah,
"No, I'm gonna sit there," and I thought, dude, that is, I mean, as simple as that is, what a genius thing. Because Patty's thinking he's gonna throw him, so I'm gonna have the chance, and he just really didn't. He just sat there and stayed composed. I mean, Justin got hit a good amount, but
yeah,
that's his career, dude. He's been in more wars than, I mean, 75% of the fighters that have fought in the UFC ever. I mean, the
yeah,
guy is, that's what he does. That's why his nickname is the Highlight. That's why he has 15 freaking performance awards in 15 UFC fights, because every fight he shows up to is a qualified banger, because
yeah,
he's gonna fucking come in throwing punches and just throwing head kicks. I mean, the dude threw a fucking somersault kick one time where he's trying, like, he's a psycho, which is great for the sport, man. Like, it's awesome. And he's grown too, which is cool to see. Like, Trevor Whitman's one of the best coaches in MMA. So to see their relationship and how much
yeah,
has benefited him. Been really cool, man.
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta keep the opponent guessing.
Yeah,
Like, keep them on their heels.
and he
So,
does.
without throwing those legs, I mean, dude, yeah, it's really smart in a UFC battle.
Yeah. Well, and people forget. I mean, Justin was a great wrestler before he went and did, MMA. He wrestled. So as much
Yeah,
as he doesn't take people to the ground, like, he's very capable of defending that. So that's why I feel like people were asking why Patty didn't try to go to the ground a little bit more. And it's probably because, the couple times that he did, it was shut down quick, and he was
mhm,
getting punches off. And sometimes you're getting punches off. Obviously, I've never been in there, so I can't, like, speak and say this is my experience, but just watching it the years that I've watched it, sometimes you see guys get punches off and they kind of get caught up in the fight. Like, all right, I'm catching this guy.
yeah,
I'm going to keep trying to get him. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing, like, dude, you are getting battered as well throughout this whole process. Like, so I think he just kind of got caught up in the, hey, I'm hitting this guy, so I'm going to keep doing what's working. But
mhm,
unfortunately, you got a guy in Justin Gage that hits a lot fucking harder.
yeah. What's the next card?
So you got a couple fight nights before you get to the next, like, numbered card.
Yeah,
So next week you get Vinicius Oliveira, I think, and Mario Batista, which will
uh,
be I think they're 135ers. So it'll be a bit of a, should be a high paced fight. Oliveira is really exciting, man. He just makes some mistakes. He's young, but he's got a lot of power for that division.
yeah,
So that one should be fun. Batista's measured in what he does, explosive, but measured. He's going to be
mhm,
more, probably planned out coming into the fight on what he wants to do. Where Oliveira is kind of just chaos when he gets in there, man. Like, he will
yeah.
absolutely start swinging. So that one will be fun. But then your next main is going to be Holloway and Charles Oliveira.
Okay.
And
Do
that one,
we Yeah, where's that taking place? That wasn't this last card in Sydney?
last card was in Sydney. I
Okay.
want to say, don't quote me on this. I want to say Vegas for this one. I think they're going to
Oh,
T-Mobile Arena
fun.
doing the
Cool.
pay-per-view.
Hell yeah.
But I think so. I'm pretty sure that's where they're going. And that'll be a good fight, man. Like, obviously, it's going to be the classic. If Charles gets him to the ground, Charles has the advantage. If they stand and punch, Max has the advantage. So, like,
Yeah.
where does the fight go? But the good thing about Charles is Charles is not a boring ground fighter. Like, Charles takes it to the ground, he's going to be hitting you or he's going to be submitting you. There's not going to be a lot of laying and stalling. You know what I mean? It's going to
Yeah.
be a lot of action. So that one will obviously be fun. And I think they still have to announce the co-main event for that one too. So
Okay.
some other good
I'm
fights on there should be fun. And then at some point here soon, you're getting Izzy goes in and fights Joe Pyfer, so he's coming back. And Joe Pyfer is, if you don't know Joe Pyfer, his nickname's Body Bags. So
body
he
bags.
can throw them, dude. And
I'll have
he's
to
fun to
go
watch. So
watch that. Yeah. So, do we know the date on that one?
for Izzy,
Yeah.
I can't remember. I want to say it's
Okay.
early April.
Oh, cool.
I think so.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be fun. I can't wait to see Izzy back in there, man.
Where he belongs.
Yeah, I've been
Mm.
missing Izzy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, dude, great weekend of sports all around.
Yeah, especially without the, college football done, no football this weekend, and we still end up with a fucking banger card for
Yeah.
UFC. You get some pretty exciting basketball games as well go down. You get the Calipari rematch with Kentucky where Kentucky
Yep.
them. You get Indiana in double overtime at UCLA where Mick Cronin's crying like a bitch post game because Spears didn't do this. It was a good weekend, man, especially with, like we said, some absences of the sports side. And you even had you had Alcaraz and Djokovic go at it for the Grand Slam in Australia, you know what I'm saying? So you get
Yeah.
Alcaraz wins the Australian Open and first time he's ever done that. And you
Yeah,
know,
good for him.
it was a heck of a weekend for what we thought would probably be a lacking weekend. It ended up being a damn solid one.
Dude, I will say it's very weird without NFL on Sunday now.
Yeah.
Like we gotta wait, what, 22 Sundays again until we get it back?
Oh, dude, it's always
I'm
weird.
like, God.
It's
But
always
I'm a
weird.
baseball guy, so I watch, all of the games that I can.
Yeah.
So for some people, it's like, well, I don't have anything to watch till next football season.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys, there's baseball. I
Mhm.
don't know. Have you gotten into MLS at all?
I've not.
Dude, so, Evansville, obviously, we didn't have shit there for soccer. No
Yeah.
one watched anything. But here, it is massive in tennis or in Nashville.
Really?
It's like so that in hockey, nobody gives a shit about any other sport.
Yeah. Preds are big.
Yes, but it's
Yeah.
Preds and soccer. And I didn't think I was like, gonna get into soccer coming here, but one of my good friends, he's from Scotland. So obviously soccer is everything to them.
Yep.
But dude, it's like everyone here is like talking about Nashville soccer, Nashville soccer. We go to the games and people are just banging drums the whole time. Like,
Holy
bah.
shit.
Yeah, if you're not into soccer, you gotta go experience at least a game.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, this is sick.
Huh.
Highly recommend it. It's pretty cool.
All right. I'll have to maybe make a dual trip when I come for a Titans game, man.
Yeah. And the new stadium. You gotta wait till the new stadium
That's
gets
right.
built. But yeah, so you're balling tonight, right?
Yes,
You're
sir.
hooping?
Yes, sir. Getting
You
busy.
guys are you in like a league or
No, we usually play at my church on Sunday nights, so we'll kinda just go
yeah,
out there and, what I'm saying, whoever we got a group message, just who's in
that's
tonight,
fun.
who's out. Actually, when we played on, Thursday, out at, somebody's place in Newburgh. My buddy from that I used to work with at Enterprise just shot me a text and was like, "Hey," he sent me I was actually dying. He sent me the Batman logo where they put, like, his symbol in the sky. He was like,
Yeah.
"Meet you Thursday." I was like, "I got you, bro."
That's cool.
Sit through and play ball. So, no, it's all basketball, man, is still my as much as I've been getting into pickleball when it's good out,
Dude, pickleball's fun.
basketball is still my favorite one to play, dude. It's just like
Yeah.
you can play it one-on-one, you can play with 10 people, you can play with 13 people and have 3 people pick up off the losing team. Like, it's just something you can play until you can't do things athletically anymore. So, it's always good to act like you're like freaking Kobe Bryant and Larry Bird out
Yeah.
saying getting some shots off, and then game 2 hits and you can't breathe and you're missing everything.
Yeah. Dude, I miss McCutcheonville Basketball Association.
Dude,
I
the
miss the
classic.
NBA. Yes.
Everybody on here listening needs to understand we did that shit for 4 to 5 days every single week
Every day.
during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
It
day
was so fun.
on a freaking double rim elementary school court outside with no 3-point line. We had a half court arc. That was the only
That's
way you
it.
could score a 3-pointer.
Yeah. Dude, that was the highlight of COVID right there.
Dude, so fun.
And
And they couldn't say shit to us because we were outside, so nobody could come in and be like, "You guys gotta
yeah.
shut this down." It's like, "No, dude, we're outside. We can do whatever we want."
Yeah. And then my parents come to the fucking place. Like, dude.
That was hilarious, bro. We literally thought someone died.
No,
All of
everyone,
us were
yeah.
like, "Dude, oh my like, are they okay?" And we text you, and you're like, "Dude, it was some bullshit."
Turned into the fucking driveway too
Turned into the
fast.
driveway too fast. I was like, "Bro, what? We needed you to win that game."
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Dude, I'll always remember that one. That was a good one.
That's so stupid. But yeah, next time I'm in Evansville, I'll have to hit you up about playing ball because that does
Absolutely,
sound
man.
fun.
Fuck yeah,
Dude,
dude.
I haven't played ball. Like, nobody here, there's no courts like in Evans where you can go to Bob's, you can
Yeah.
just go to like a rec or whatever. Like,
Find some church.
dude, yeah,
Yeah,
that's not a thing here.
I know.
What people have is soccer fields in their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, no. Put some rims up. Come on.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go outside and play soccer.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying
not
to play
trying to kick the
football.
ball.
Yeah, like, come on. Jeez. But yeah, man, it was great talking to you, dude. I
You too, brother.
appreciate you being on the show, talking some sports, getting your perspective, UFC.
Yes, sir.
No one's talked about UFC yet, so that was cool.
Oh, I will happily dive into that anytime. You know that.
Oh, I know. I'll have to get Pete on here one day to talk about UFC with
Yeah.
us.
He's getting into it, man. His brother was kind of into it before he was, but he's starting to really kind of get locked into where he's watching almost every event and things like that. And like, dude, I
Yeah.
ain't afraid to admit I'm a fucking nerd about it, dude. Like I'll
Yeah.
be like Saturday night comes along, it's like, hey bro, we're doing this, we're doing that. I'm like, sick. I'm watching the fights. So if you want
Yeah.
to come over, feel free, but
Yeah.
I'm watching fights.
Yeah, that's how I am every Sunday for
Yup.
football. Yeah. Like, cool, go have a beer. I don't give a shit. I'm watching ball.
Yeah, we're locked in over here, bro. 2 screens
Yeah.
up, red zone on one, I'm watching the Titans on the other, no matter how bad.
Exactly. I literally bought a 75-inch TV for my living room to watch football.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
The best is, like, even you'll still get, like, my mom, it's like, "Oh, why do you let this, you know what I'm saying, be so big part of your life? It's not," you know what I'm saying, talk about sports, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's fucking fun. It's awesome. It generates however much money, like, it's just what do you want me to worry about? What else could I worry about that makes me actually happy or sad? Like,
Right.
I don't wanna sit here and be talking about some stupid fucking person that's up high in some decision-making place where they're never gonna care about my opinion or anything. I like
Right.
to talk about something that I enjoy and, like, I
Yeah.
can watch on the daily, something that brings people together, like, you know, and I know not all people get it, but, I mean, I know me and you do, man. Sports are fucking awesome,
It's
so
everything.
yeah.
Like,
Man,
my
look behind
girlfriend.
you.
Yeah. Did you see that? Tom
Yeah.
Brady and Drake May?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I like the get up.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you can see this one, but that's Ollie Watkins.
Okay.
He is a striker for Aston Villa Premier League team.
Got you.
That's who I root for. We actually lost today dude, Brentford got a red card. So they had 10 people and
Yeah.
we fucking lost. Like, we're in
Oh.
the title race for the top, like, with Arsenal and Man City, and we
Mhm.
lost today off some bullshit. And I'm just like, dude, they're down a man. How do you not put the ball in the fucking net?
They're literally playing 11 on 10.
Yes. And we can't score.
That's not ideal.
No, it's not. And then I got one more up here. It's the top one. You can't see that one, I don't think, but
Yeah.
that's Yadier Molina.
Yeah. I had some more Titans ones I could have brought in here, but I can't believe Hallie went down on me, bro. That's kind of symbolic. That's sad.
Speaking of the Pacers, jeez, man. They can't stay healthy. They can't win games.
Well, they need to chill out now. They've won 7 out of their last 12, and we're gonna drop out of the freaking top 5 draft picks, and we need that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to make some moves, put all the reserves in.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Carlisle's doing what he can, I guess, this year, man. He's making some weird ass decisions. I think he's just like, it's a wash season, so let's see what
Yeah.
he does. The one thing I don't get is like our rookie hasn't played that much. Cam Jones, a kid from Marquette.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit odd. Like you would think he'd get a little bit more minutes just to see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I don't know. Maybe you're trying to keep the camaraderie up for the return of Hallie next season. So I mean, I got I got all the faith in that dude, man. I got all the
Yeah.
faith in Halliburton. I mean, what a we won't get into it because we're getting towards the end, but
Yeah.
what a playoff run last year. That's all I'll leave it at.
I know. I
Incredible.
know. Poor guy, dude. Just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should be excited for next season. Can't believe we're already talking about next season and it's freaking February, but
Yeah. Yeah. They need to chill. I mean, they were when they were losing, it was sad, but I'm like, all right, let's take the top 3 pick and let's get Boozer, Dybansta, or Peterson, and let's I'm saying, let's win games.
let's work. Yeah.
Now they're, like 4th to last, or maybe they're still 3rd to last. I can't remember. Like, they need to chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop winning. So we can get
Exactly.
that pick. Maybe Adam Silver will bless us like he did Dallas when they traded Luka.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, I appreciate you being on here, brother.
Yes, sir.
Go drop 30 tonight. Let me know how much you drop.
Easy money. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. Appreciate you
All
having
right,
me,
dude.
man. Good to talk sports
Yes. Thank
always.
you.
Yes, sir.
See ya.